Alright lads, what's the crack? Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, wherever you're watching around the world. Now I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of the video, lads. I'm fortunately doing this full time, fuck knows how I managed it, so these sponsors are paying my bills. And this video is sponsored by Simply Business Finance. They help Irish businesses from all sectors to get the money they need to grow their business by working with 15 different finance providers in Ireland. They don't work with banks. They do not like banks. Their main expertise is helping Irish hospitality businesses, aka pubs, pints, love it. So they get pubs, cafes, restaurants the money they need. They're so good at what they do. They have an almost 100% success rate in securing hospitality businesses finance when they need it. They are the friend a company needs to give them the best chance of success with their finance application. So the bottom line, lads, if you own a hospitality business in Ireland and you're looking for finance either now or in the future, then you should talk to Simply Business Finance to help make your life a little bit easier. And lastly, lads, Gary, the founder of Simply Business Finance, is a long-time guru follower, and I'm seeing nothing but rave reviews about Simply Business Finance. So keep it super simply, lads, and enjoy this absolute swampathon of pints in Kilkenny. As you've been crying out to get the shtick merch back, I've got shtick hoodies, crew necks, and these clean, crispy t-shirts available right now at gurumerch.com. How are you lads? What's the crack? Kilkenny, arguably the most popular city in all of Ireland for stags, hen do's, general trips away. If you're following me long enough, you'll know I came here last summer. It was about 700 degrees. There was only outdoor dining. It was a load of shite. I went to 5 pubs, a couple of okay pints, but I was sitting outside in the sun. I was just sweating my tits off. It was not a fun time, so I'm back. I want to try to keep it fair, so I'm not going to do just the same 5 pubs again. I'm going to do a few new ones. I put it out on Instagram as I always do. A lot of the recommendations, you know, you've got your Matt the Millers, your Left Bank. Those are the kind of big spots. Everyone knows them. A lot of the recommendations came for sort of kind of smaller, kind of old man-y kind of pubs, which is what we're always looking for. Cozy, comfy pubs, tucked away, little hidden gems. So hopefully we're going to find a few of them today. Kilkenny City, let's have it large. Pub 1, O'Riada's, doesn't look to be too open to me, lads. It's about 2:30. Google says it opens at like 12:30, so let's just see. It looks fairly closed. Right, so O'Riada's closed. I'm spoiled for choice. I've got the Pump House and Clears down there. I think Clears probably got 1 or 2 more recommendations. Neither of them were actually on the list, but considering I'm right beside them, might as well pick one. I'm going to go into Clears, hopefully a good pint. Someone actually said best pint, a lot of people actually said best pint in Clears in Kilkenny. I'm rambling now and I'm thirsty, let's go in. Right, John Clears. Cleared away because the big man is coming in for a pint. Right lads, I'm in Clears. Funny story. I better show you a pint. Oh yeah, actually looks unbelievable to be fair.
Does it come out alright if you just do a little bit and use it? Yeah? That's the sad. I've never tried it.
I did try and call at one place.
Looks creamy as anything, lads. All style glass, quite cold. Head looks perfect size.
A little bit more.
Domer Simpson going on. You love to see it, not a bubble in the head. Can't say much bad about that. It does feel very cold. But maybe because the last pint I had was that one in Guinness, of the Guinness in the airport. So anyway, Sláinte, first pint to Kilkenny. The videos are fast and loose. You never know what's going to happen. Fucking hell. Good start, lads. Ooh, that is creamy. That is good gear. A couple of people did. See, I never know where to be going, lads, because I say, you know, like the smaller places are easy because you usually get the same like 5 or 6 places recommended. But somewhere like Kilkenny, it's a bit like Galway. There's just fucking hundreds of places to go. And I came here last year and I thought it'd be a bit unfair to just go to the same places, even though they didn't really get a fair shout, but what can you do? So yeah, I feel like it's going to be smaller pubs today. But very funny story. I was walking in, and again, lads, remember I said I wasn't even really planning on coming in here, but I'm glad I did because the pint is savage. But what's your name?
Rosh.
Roshan. Right, he's coming over. I need my ego massaged here. But so I'm walking in here and I hear where are you from? UK?
Yeah, West London.
West London, and I hear
Ealing.
he's coming to Kilkenny today. And I walk up behind, he's saying to the girl behind the bar, he's like, I heard he's coming to Kilkenny today. Checking the phone now, I came up behind him and I said, who? And he goes, fuck you now.
I thought I was fucking dreaming.
Absolutely unreal. So what do you think of the pint? Did you have one? You had one before I got here, didn't you?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, so like, I'm from London, right? So, you know, it's bang average over there.
And have you had many over there?
It's all I drink. I can't really drink long ago.
This is actually very, very good. And the mad thing is, it wasn't even, I can only really do 5 pubs or else I'll be on my arse.
Sure.
And like Kilkenny is so big that I get recommended about 100 places and you're just trying to whittle it down to what is the most.
Yeah. So I was recommended this place.
This was probably like 6th out of the 5. So it was always on the maybe list. Went up to the other place. This had to sub in and I'm delighted I did because it's actually savage and I've had a very warm welcome, but yeah.
Boys, cream.
Pure cream, the main man himself. What would you give it out of 10?
Thing is, I don't feel that my ratings really mean much because I'm you know, where I'm drinking, it's, we call it 4s and 5s all the way.
Right.
This has got to be, if we're going to get specific, it's got to be an 8.2. It's got to be.
8.2. Jeez, I think I might go higher. That's. I thought you were going to say 10. You're trying to be harsh. I know.
No. I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah, you're trying to be cool. No, I think it's better than 8.2. It's actually savage.
It's delightful, man. I'm just enjoying my time. Really.
You said it in one word: cream. That's all you want from a pint of Guinness. Just pure and utter cream.
Pure cream.
Man, I'm really happy with that. I'd go 8.4.
You heard it, boys.
That's a big score.
You heard it.
I'd say that's the biggest score I've given in a while.
8.4.
So,
which is this for the day?
This is first pub.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Does number 1 not get that little bit of extra?
I think it does.
Some
People always say the last one surely is the best because you're drunk, but I think the opposite. As you know, Guinness is a heavy drink.
Yeah.
You have 5 or 6 of them, you're a bit like,
it's like a pizza. The first slice of pizza.
Yeah.
You know
Guinness and pizza, same thing. Yeah, no, 8.4, very good start. Substituted, came in off the bench. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer job. Yeah,
don't mention that.
To win the treble.
I'm a massive Man United fan. So,
to win the treble. Off the bench, super sub, clears. What a spot, 8.4.
Fucking fantastic.
Right, lads, as Rosh, pretty sure that was his name, Rosh, said as I was walking out, what a serendipitous occasion. And he's not wrong. Serendipity. Fancy word. Yeah, this is why I absolutely love making these videos. Sometimes you go to a city and absolutely fuck all happens. No one gives a bollocks and you go do 5 pubs and it's boring and it's grand. First pub, it wasn't even supposed to be on in there and just had the absolute crack and it was a savage pint as well. So set up the day really well. Right, pub 2. Kittlers. I'm calling the Kittlers in.
You done, guys? Yeah, we are. Thank you very much.
Wherever you're at, somebody somewhere
Right, lads, I'm calling it the Kittlers, K-Y-T, Kittlers Inn. I actually heard a lot about this place when I was here last time as well, but again, you can't get everywhere. So what are we saying? Glass, only because I got such a clean, pristine glass in John Clear's, the last place. This one could be a little bit cleaner, to be honest. No bubbles in the head, which is good. Head is a perfect size. She's settled now, let's have a sup. Just drink it to fuck, as the fella says. Also, Pint was served, something I've never seen before. I'm not saying bad or good, but Pint was served on a, I was going to say napkin, fucking Yankee heading on a, what do you call that, a serviette, a tissue, as opposed to a beer mat. But the funny thing is, it was served to me in, barmen are always, they'll always, like a good barman will always give you the pint. And even if there's no beer mats around, he won't put it down until there's a beer mat there. But in Clears, the only beer mats he had, which he put under my pint, was fucking Island's Edge. Island's Edge beer mat. And I was saying, I'm not taking a picture, because you know I gotta take the picture for the gram. It's all about the gram. I was like, I'm not taking, so I took the pint off and just put it on the table. Just in case anyone's wondering, no beer mat. It was an Island's Edge beer mat. I am not taking a picture of a pint of Guinness on top of an Island's Edge beer mat. Those Island's Edge lads, I'll give it to them, Heineken, they are doing their damnedest they must have some marketing budget, because outside all the pubs there's the signs, the big glowy signs and all the beer mats. Sorry, you're never going to convert me, I'm a Guinness man at heart. But anyway, yeah, never seen a serviette served as the beer mat. You learn something new every day, lads. And also another thing I was going to say was, as I walked out of Clears, the girl behind the barmaid, I never know what to say, is barman, barwoman. Barwoman sounds weird. Barmaid, is that old school? Sue me. Let's call her barmaid. She was only a young one, and she said, my sister works in the pump house, will you go in there? And I said, look, that's kind of on the substitute bench as well. That's probably like, say Clears was Teddy Sheringham, and the pump house was more like Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer. Sheringham came on first. I think that's right. So unless somewhere else is closed that I go to, pump house won't be getting the sub in. But her sister was outside being like, are you coming in? I was like, 50-50 love. This is the pressure now, lads. So you gotta let people down. But it's been great. It's, man, the difference between this already, just the warm reception I've gotten. The weather it's cold and windy, but I've been nice, crisp Guinness Guru hoodie on, available at gurumerch.com. Hashtag plug it up. Just the difference between last summer trekking around and like, it must have been at least 75 degrees Celsius, no less, maybe 70. But trekking around in that, sweating heading me. I was looking back on the stories and the videos, just rotten, manky, sweaty head of me compared to this. Come in, and the fucking pubs were only open outside as well. It was an out of bollocks. That's why I nearly feel bad that I'm not going back to the same ones to give me a good chance. But fuck that. Kilkenny's too big to be going back to the same ones. I can. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, lads. I can never. With the big cities, it's impossible to get it right where to go. So it's just look on the day, most recommendations, and that's where I go. That's actually improved since the start, and look at the ringage starting to form on that. Big, dirty, sticky rings, just pure thick foam. Staying on the outside, that's what we love for the shtick. It's improved a lot. Shtick is actually very sticky. It's a very sticky situation if the fucking camera will focus. How many years am I at this crack and I can't figure out these cameras? Just press the button on this. There you go. Very smart. Very good, very nice. Shtick serious. Pretty creamy. Glass could have been a teensy bit cleaner. I'll be honest, after my first sip, I had it in the high 7s. It improved as it went on. Bit of a Usain Bolt, slow start, but finished well. I'll just about put it in the 8s. 8 flat, 8.0. Still a very good pint. Savage stick, just pure. The rings are just hogging the outside of the bloody glass, mate. Yeah, 2 great pubs down. I think 3 to go. Right, so the pint in Kittler's Inn was €5.50, so 40 cents more than Clears. I don't know if that's because we're getting a little bit closer to the main bridge, the kind of Matt the Miller's, Langton sort of area. Heading to Tynan's now, right across the road from Matt the Miller's. A lot of people recommended it, especially my good pal Fodder Page on Instagram, my Instagram buddy. Yeah, Tynan's now. Wonder will it be up like 580, 590 because we're around the real crack area of Kilkenny. Anyone who's ever been to Kilkenny knows the sort of Matt the Millers over the bridge, left bank. That's where it all goes down. But I'm trying to find some pints away from those places. You know what I mean? You're gonna go there. We all know you're gonna fucking stag or whatever. You're gonna end up there. But where do you want to go the next day when you're hanging out your hole and you need some pints that are gonna get you over the hump? Right, Tynan's. Right, Tynan's is in sight behind me. Matt the Miller's iconic spot. If you've ever been to Kilkenny on a night out, you've probably been in Matt the Miller's. Didn't get too many recommendations for the Guinness, so I will be bypassing it. And like I said, everyone knows Matt the Miller's and Left Bank and all that. And also, again, pure ego massagery around here. I think I literally don't know if one person recognised me. I was here. It was probably only about 9 months ago, and now it's fucking everywhere I turn on the street. Guru! A bunch of lads just ran down to me. Fucking, we chased you from fucking somewhere. So bit of crack, few pictures, kissing hands and shaking babies, whatever the fuck they call it. Where the fuck is Tynan's? Right, Tynan's. I found it. Literally, Matt the Miller's over there. Cross the bridge, turn right, and you're at Tynan's. Fucking hell, I'm back over this bridge for the 400th time in the last 5 minutes. The guy in Tynan's was basically like, I'd have to ask my manager. So I said, right, you ask the manager. I'll go up to the front room and I'll come back. And you may have an answer for me then, bye. Right, front room. This is the only place that I did last time that I'm doing again because it was so highly recommended. And I had to sit outside in the sweltering heat. It was shite crack. Let me in. Jeez, no stags or hens. Harsh one. I understand that, but it's a bit blunt as well. Oh yeah.
I'll give you a Guinness non-alcoholic for the marker if you want.
Yeah, grand. The front room, I'm finally inside the front room. I'm in the front of the front room. Pint looks pretty fucking good. A bubble or two in the head, but it looks fucking savage. Also glass, temperature actually feels perfect. And everyone has been talking about the front room. Let's have a swig before it goes manky. Focus on me there now. And I'm always trying to sit at the front of the pub with the fucking light coming in because these pubs can be so dark, especially when it gets to night time. That's why I try to do it during the day. In and out job. Shut up and drink it to fuck.
Which is phenomenal when you just unbelievable to think he's struggling that badly.
Very good, very good. So this place is fairly quiet. Yeah, like I said, went over to Tynan's. I was over the bridge about 100 times because I thought Tynan's was on this side, kind of across from Langton's or whatever. But it's over the bridge and then right up towards the Dunn stores. I know Kilkenny, lads. You think I don't know Kilkenny? I know Kilkenny. And then yeah, your man was gas because your man was literally like, yeah, no problem, but I'll have to ask the manager. He's here at 5 o'clock. And I was like, okay, yeah, no problem, but I'll probably be gone by then. It's another Mama Guru on the job today, lads. I drive down and she drives me back. No money to be spending on hotels or nothing. Mrs. Guru got the day off today. She's not on the job. So yeah, just down and back. Because like you could stay in a hotel, but what's the fucking point if I had my mum there to drive me back? I am going to take that offer. But yeah, so I'll go back to Tynan's after this. And I want to have the pint there because it was highly recommended. So hopefully your man can get through to the manager, or hopefully he can just kind of have a bit of common sense and think, just let your man do his thing, you know? But anyway, he was sound, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he wasn't sound. And I understand people being a bit like, what the hell are you doing? And needing permission, but sometimes you probably could just take a bit of authority and say, do it, yeah, man, gunt. Give a shout out to the young lad behind the bar here, absolute gent, Jesus Christ. He gave me the pint for free. Hopefully, I don't know if the man, actually, do you know what? It was your man Nigel was the lad when I came here last year. I think he owns the place. He sorted me out last time, so I'm sure he won't mind the young lad giving me the pint for free. But I asked the price, $4.90, lads. I thought it was going to be dearer coming down to the really kind of crackish, what a word, the really kind of high crack part of the city. But yeah, $4.90, that's an absolute bargain. That's the cheapest pint I've had all day. That's 60 cents less than Kettler's Inn. So yeah, and he said it's a rugby pub. I'm surprised any pub in Kilkenny isn't a hurling pub, but yeah, I suppose it is a lovely spot. Young lad, sound cunt behind the bar, that's all I'm trying to say. Nigel, give him a few extra bob. Pint is lovely, shtick isn't great, but I have learned that you don't judge a pint purely from the shtick. But it doesn't seem to be sticking much at all. I never really know what that comes down to. Comment if you think you know, because I haven't a fucking clue, to be honest. Is it obviously it's like the glass was pristine clean, don't get me wrong, and I'd rather a clean glass, I've said it before, I'd rather a clean glass with not much stick than a dirty glass, because it's easy for the cream to cling on to the grease and shit on a dirty glass, but it'll forever be a topic that's up in the air, a real grey area. Does the shtick make a pint? Oh baby, that's probably, I'd say that's the best pint with the worst shtick that I've ever had. It's actually such a lovely pint. I wish I was blindfolded drinking it so I couldn't see it, but at the end of the day, the aesthetic, it's all about the aesthetic as well. Could be a tiny bit, the head is staying to the end, so I can't say much about it. That's why I don't get why it doesn't have the shtick. Well sure, listen, that's fuck knows. Still definitely getting in the 8s. I go 8.1. Was probably expecting better, but 8.1, still a really good score. Right lads, so just out of the front room, had a great catch up with Nigel, who I met last year, I think the owner, and he was there. He came in, we're just having a good old chat. He's a Kilkenny rugby head, I'm an Ashburn rugby head. They actually played last weekend, Kilkenny won, but Ashburn finished ahead of them in the league. So go on Ashburn rugby. Anyway, less rugby talk, more pint talk. Let's go into Tynan's. Hopefully I get the okay to fucking film in here. Right lads, an absolutely whopper looking pint. I'm delighted for the barman. He's really, oh what a tune out of the background. We'll always love pints. Oh, that's a sexual looking pint. Are you always love you? We'll always love you. I will always love you, pints. That pint looks absolutely whopper, and it was given to me. You know I love it, lads. You know I love when focus. You know I love when the pint is given to me, when it's like just as it's poured, it's given to me. So I've got like a good minute to watch it settle, take me Insta wanker pictures, and just enjoy and revel in the beauty of this pint. I will always love you, Whitney Houston. What a tune. Domage, very good. Domer Simpson. Dome wasn't built in a day. Oh, that is just, how about a little cheeky tilt test? Fucking focus camera, you ball of shite. Oh my god, it's not even fucking, this thing here, yeah, there you go. Oh my days. Oh. Let's launch, lads. The tunes. This is giving me, you know, stag or lads trip, day 2, hanging out your fucking hairy hole, and you just need to go somewhere for 2 or 3 settlers. Dragged yourself out of the bed. Got the fry in, even though you have no interest in eating, but you got to march on. I don't know what we do to ourselves. You come here, bit of Whitney Houston, bit of Stand By Me, Benny King. And you have a few swampers. Of course, look, you head across the road. I'm literally staring at Matt the Millers right now. Matt the Millers, yeah? You'd be over there at night time. But do you know what I mean? Daytime in a stag, you need somewhere to go as well, lads. And that's kind of I guess that's the point of this video, trying to get places with really good Guinness, not just like Matt the Miller's Left Bank, the big spots. They don't need me to send people their way. It's the smaller pubs that I want to, yeah, not that I'm doing any great things, but I want to, yeah, if it has a really good pint of Guinness, I want to let you know. Very good point that. Why is this camera fucking facing? Yeah, gun to the thing. Yeah, I tell you what, lads, I am heading home after the next pub. Don't get me wrong, I don't wish I was staying here tonight, but it is giving me mad to come here on a stag kind of vibes. I won't lie to you. Kilkenny, I don't know. It's different or something, right? Maybe because it's only like an hour and a half or hour and 40 from Dublin. It's fucking handy to get to. It's just an ideal stag spot, ideal lads trip, hen do, whatever the fuck you're up to. Just such a good night out in Kilkenny. You never have a bad night out in Kilkenny. I'd say Kilkenny and Galway. Fucking savage crack. Right, I've had enough of that to know. It's a very good point. We're gonna go 8.3. 8.3 for Tynan's. Thank fuck I was allowed to film here. To be honest, lads, these points are hitting me. That's why I make the rule, lads. The rule is 5. I've made that rule, I think, ever since I did Derry, and I did about 7 pubs. I was on my arse. 8.3, very good pint in Tynan's. I am about to piss myself, so I'm gonna go for a wee, and then we head into the Scalp for the last one. Right, got to lift up the Scalp in. It's a fucking good trek outside of the town, lads. I hope it's worth it. A lot of lads say it's the best point of Kilkenny. I'll be the judge of that.
So we're just got into this.
Mid-October until 3 weeks ago, Shannon, a day off. 7 days a week.
Lads, I think I've just found the best fucking domage
You could say yes.
I've ever gotten in my entire life. Domio and Juliet to beat the fucking band. Holy moly shit, holy fucking hell. How is that thing not spilling over the side? How is it? I can wiggle it all I want. That's the best dome I've ever seen in my entire life. This is going to be crazy, I just know it.
She took a day off. Every day. Every Wednesday. It's a break in it.
Oh. That is some fucking pint.
Read mine if you can.
Fucking hell. I can't get over the fact that the bar woman was able to pour that much of a dome on that pint. The Scalp in. All I can think of when I hear Scalp is you come here for a Scalp of pints. If you're American or from the UK, you don't know the Irish terminology. That's it. When you say, oh, we're going to go on a sesh or whatever, or we're going to go on a bender, as the Americans might say. In Ireland, we say, we're going for an absolute Scalp of pints. And that's what I would happily do here in the Scalp Inn. Stick already looking serious. Focus camera, you dumb fucking thing. Yeah, stick looking savage. The dome was. I talk about the latte effect, as in you have to fight your way through the cream to actually get to the ruby red liquid. This thing, I was munching through the cream, multiple bites before I got anywhere near the liquid, so I love it, lads. I honestly don't think you can have too much dome on a pint. Like, my perfect pint, I know back in the day they used to actually scrape it off, like in the 70s or whatever. My perfect pint is, the dome is up over as much as it can possibly be without spinning. Yeah, right, scalping. Let's get serious for a minute. Where are we ranking this? So we had John Clears at an 8.4. Came off the bench, Teddy Sheringham, Champions League final job, and played a stormer. We had Kittler's in, was solid. I think, yeah, John Clear's 8.4, Kittler's 8. Front room 8.1, or 8.2, was it? 8.1? Tynan's was savage, 8.3. But I think we could have a winner, lads.
Many years ago.
Only problem with this pub is it's about a kilometre outside of the town. So, I don't know, I'm always in between minds of like, I don't want to be recommending somewhere that's not really in the town. But at the end of the day, if you're on a stag or you're on a hen, if the place is good enough, you'll come there. But no, also, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to wreck this place heads by sending a load of stags their way. So, all I can tell you, lads, is where's a good pint of Guinness? And I think this is the best pint of Guinness I've had all day. John Clears was a savage pint at an 8.4. The scalping, unbelievable. Shtick, flawless, pure cream. The dome was arguably the best dome I've ever seen. 8.5 for the scalping. You'd come here for an absolute scalp of pints and nothing else. So that's been Kilkenny, lads. Merch available. You've got this hoodie in black and navy. We've got crew necks, everything over at gurumerch.com. Shout out to Simply Finance for sponsoring the video. Go check them out. I'm so happy with the kind of the difference in between last year in the swelter and sunshine, and just was not a fun video to film. This has been the complete opposite, lads. I've had an absolute fucking blast, to be honest with you. Back into the car now with Mam and driving home. What a mad life. We'll see you in the next video.